Doing it live. Two Moons versus OnDemand. This is top 16, not top 24. OnDemand is on Qi'ra, and Two Moons is on Cad Bane, and actually beat another Qi'ra in the top 24. So we'll see if he can do it again. I happen to think Qi'ra is favored into this matchup, but obviously it's not 100%. Seeing as Two Moons already does have that victory under his belt. So we'll see if he can repeat it here against a different player. And OnDemand, it looks like it's a pretty solid opening here. No ramp, but he does have the high Laban enforcers and some key removal for the next round. Oop. High Laban coming down. It looks like we're gonna have a Lady Proxima in response, and then potentially a Reckless Gunslinger. I mean, you really don't want to do the damage with Cad here because the Hylo is just gonna get shielded and be stronger. I believe Reckless Gunslinger is Underworld, which could, if played in addition to this, be ping off the shield, which is interesting. So Proxima is going to do one to the base, and the Gunslinger should take off the shield there. Yep, yeah. And the Gunslinger is actually going to deal another one to the base. And Target Town is going to be used this early to clear this High Laban. I'm honestly fine with that if I'm OnDemand. I mean, High Laban's not essential. Obviously, I mean, it sucks to be down card advantage early, but you can definitely stabilize in the late game here. Although OnDemand sort of doesn't really have a follow-up here. He's got Black Sun Starfighter, but that dies to 2 triggers of CAD. Or potentially just to a McClunky here. I believe McClunky can hit anywhere, not just ground. Maybe I'm wrong, though. And he's just going to play Boba and I guess trigger the CAD. And should also trigger Proxima here. Yep. Ooh, Super Laser Tech. Okay, that's actually a pretty good pickup here from OnDemand. It's going to allow him to, if he decides to use the ECL here, which doesn't feel incredible, but I guess he doesn't even need to use the ECL. He can just sort of play the Super Laser and then hit it with Qi'ra. And then he gets to flip the Qi'ra and start dealing with this board. Or he could just ECL to guaranteed kill the Gunslinger. Block 2 of the damage. He does have the Gideon in hand, so he sort of wants to conserve the ECL, but perhaps it's not worth it. We'll see. So the move first is actually just going to be to hit base with the Black Sun before it gets killed. And we have a Jabba coming down from Two Moons. And that is an Underworld unit, so it will clear the Black Sun and should also trigger Proxima. Yep, there we go. And then he gets to look for a trick here. He can pick Waylay or shoot first. Ends up picking up the shoot first. And that is online, so that makes the Qi'ra flip kind of unattractive here. Because it means Boba can just kill Qi'ra for free here. It makes the ECL play more attractive because you can force the pass if yep, so he takes out the gunslinger. Which means now OnDemand can pass here. Or sorry, 2 moons can pass here, or he can attack with Boba. That's the only, or he can also theoretically attack with Proxima if he wants to force pass. But if he exhausts the Boba, then he paves the way for a Qi'ra flip, and he does exhaust the Boba, which means Qi'ra's coming down. 2 to Boba, 4 to the Jabba, 2 to the Proxima, and Qi'ra can take out whichever one of them she likes. But 2 Moons does have, I mean, he's probably going to be able to kill Qi'ra on the flip side. And OnDemand doesn't really have another follow-up. He's got Gideon in hand, but without an ECL ready. He's got Barrage, but if Qi'ra dies, it has no target. And he's got Maul, which he can't play for another 2 turns. 2 Moons doesn't have a crazy aggressive hand. He's got, you know, a couple units that he can play, and he's got some events that can remove threats, but really not a ton else to do. Cad doesn't flip for another 2 turns. Although notably the Cad here at 8 health is resistant to just getting mauled immediately. I think it's 2 Moons action. He doesn't have anything left to do, really. Just gonna claim here. And Qi'ra, we'll see who she decides to run over here. And goes for the Jabba. Makes sense. It makes the you know, shoot first / McClunky plays a bit worse. Takedown here is an interesting pickup here for OnDemand. Lets him, you know, theoretically remove something. The Gideon play, even just like hard casting Gideon, is not a bad move here. We're going to see Cloud Rider come in to deal with the Qi'ra. Not using Shoot First or McClunky. And we're going to see Takedown on the follow-up, not the Gideon. Although 2 Moons now here can just play Greedo and Mercenary Gunship and start putting pressure on the base. This Proxima is going hard. She's triggered, I think, 5 times now, probably. Something like that. Yeah, there's another Greedo, and that's going to be another Proxima trigger. Devastator pickup for OnDemand. And is he just gonna resource up? He's thinking about it. I mean, Devastator feels to me it's really good here, because if you can establish it, although you won't be able to do it for a long time, if you can establish it, like there's, you know, you can run away with the game with it. I'd probably be resourcing Gideon here. But there's an argument for Devastator. This game is about to get really pretty aggressive. Cad Bane is going to come out here, and let's see. Although Two Moon's hand here is only events. He doesn't have any units to keep the pressure up on the board. He's going to Inferno 4, but he showed the barrage. That's rough. Barraging Inferno 4 here would actually be pretty strong play. Which means we're likely to see something to remove that Inferno 4. Having seen the barrage. McClunky does it. Just McClunky on Lady Proxima. It does it. Waylay also does it. Shoofers also does it, but you have to give up an attack. And we're going to see the McClunky. Balance Proxima. I believe the Proxima should trigger here to do 1 to the base. Yep. And the Proxima can just be played again. Although, like, I mean, hardcasting Gideon here is pretty strong. It's... Oh, he's actually just going to buy the Mercenary Gunship. Not going to go for the Gideon. I don't know. I feel like that was a perfect chance to play the Gideon. And it might be the last one he gets for a while. Interesting that Two Moons doesn't buy it back. I probably would have, seeing as like my other play this turn is Proxima. You don't need to play Waylay or shoot first on this board. And we'll see if he triggers the Cad here. He does not trigger the Cad on the Proxima play. He does flip the Cad here. And now OnDemand is going to be put down to 20 life. Potentially even less than that. Is that a blast? No, it's a Bazine. Okay. So Bazine's gonna get triggered here, and I think we're gonna see a. And he's gonna just kill the Mercenary Gunship with the Cad ability. Okay, and OnDemand is just scooping, and we're going to game 2. Yeah, it looked like OnDemand there had an opportunity to stabilize, but he just could never get something to stick. That if that barrage had ever resolved at any point, things would have looked a lot different. So, okay, I need to pull the lists up because I didn't do that beforehand. The lists are linked in the description if you want to look at them yourself. Here we have OnDemand's list. He's got a lot of stuff for the control mirror. Not a ton of stuff for aggro here. He's got the top target, but he's already on 2 in the main. He's got a Baze, and he's already on 1 in the main. Rook might make an appearance. Those are the only things I'm thinking I would consider bringing in. And let's find Two Moons list. He's got Lurking TIE Phantoms in the board. Those can make an appearance. So good, Ruthless Raider. Ruthless Raider is a really difficult card for this Qi'ra deck to deal with. Pillage also can be annoying for Qi'ra. No Good to Me Dead. I don't know if that's super important in this matchup, but we'll see. And I think we're getting ready to go into game 2 here. It looks like 2 Moons is still sighting. 2 Moons, 1 game 1. So you look at the bracket while 2 Moons finishes up here. This is our first match of the top 16. We still have a couple of the top 24 games to go. Humar versus I'm So Humble, Dylan versus Eroth, and Wayun versus Vika. I believe Wayun and Vika are playing on Tuesday. I think they just got that one scheduled. Oh, Dylan on Eroth already played, but they just haven't reported the result, I guess. Unless I missed it. Yeah, no, I don't think they have it. I don't think I know what the result is yet. But it looks like they played earlier today. And all right, now it looks like we're getting ready to go. All right, OnDemand actually opens with the ramp card in turn 1, or on turn 2 in his opening hand here. Decides to resource the High Laban. Doesn't want to get wrecked by the CAD play here. And let's see, Death Star Stormtrooper plus Greedo is a pretty solid opening here. Although Pike Sentinel and Super Laser kind of counter it pretty well. Although Target Town is just going to be used here to clear the Pike. 2 games in a row, the Target Town used on turn 1 to clear the turn 1 play of OnDemand. Top target picked up. That's pretty strong. I wonder if we'll see ECL here just to stop some of this damage. There's an argument for it. Ooh, 2 Moons has the Ruthless Raider, but he's considering just resourcing it because it won't come up for a while. And he does. Can't see it, but OnDemand would be pretty happy if he did see that. Ambushing into the Death Star for some reason. Oh, I guess like he probably wants to establish the top target on Greedo, which is why I would think like you would want to get rid of Greedo there, but oh, he decides to go back. Okay. All right. Well. Pirate Starfighter is going to get rid of the top target anyway. And he's going to replay the Death Star. So we can see a Qi'ra flip into Barrage this turn. And that's actually it's not going to happen because of the shoot first, most likely. Shoot first plus Death Star Stormtrooper does just kill the Qi'ra. All right, here comes the Qi'ra. And shoot first. Yep. I see top target come down onto the Starfighter. It's only going to be 4 healing from the top target there. And OnDemand is down to 1 card in hand. No ECL to use. And no target for the barrage. He picks up a couple cards that just are not great to see right now. I might just play the resupply here in case you get an 8 next turn that you can play. Yep. And 2 Moons is just going to be able to play 2 more units here. Actually is going to go for, I think, a Bazine here. Yep. Bazine. Do you even target the barrage here? I don't think I even care about it that much if I'm 2 Moons. With no units on board, it's not great. And he's not going to. Now 4 units on board here. OnDemand drawing a couple units of his own. What OnDemand needs right now is a Vader. Because he's facing all these attackers, and this is the CAD flip turn. He needs a Vader, he needs a Super Laser Blast. He's just getting overwhelmed by all these units. All right, Inferno 4. That's going to get him closer to what he needs. Ooh, he's keeping them both on top. That's a good sign. Potentially having second thoughts here. Oh, no. He's keeping them both. And nothing to do about that Inferno 4, which means we could see a barrage. I mean, the barrage isn't going to do a ton. Like, maybe it clears both these stormtroopers, put some damage on something else. Yeah. That's interesting. I don't know why you put 3 on Boba instead of killing the second Death Star trooper. And 2 Moons is just gonna start marching into the base. OnDemand has nothing left to play this turn. Let's hope he got something big for next round on that Inferno 4. I think what he's really hoping for is a Super Laser Blast and for 2 Moons to commit everything right now. Looks like probably a hotshot blaster here. And another hotshot blaster onto the CAD. That's going to hit for 6. And I think it's only Super Laser Blast that can do it. Oh, it's Vader and Snoke. Yeah, just not enough. I see why he did the 3 to Boba now for the Snoke, but those double hotshot blasters. And 2 moons, 2 rounds in, knocked out both the Qi'ras in the top cut with this Han deck. Or with this CAD deck, sorry. And he's moving on to the top 8. All right. See you guys later. We've got more TTI content coming up. I believe on Tuesday, Prairie Pirates is going to be streaming Vika versus Wei Yun in the top 24. So thank you all for tuning in. And remember, of course, to always